The city of Rancho Santa Margarita held a special ceremony acknowledging all the success that the Santa Margarita Little League team achieved on their road to Williamsport. It was an incredible journey that RSM was happy to celebrate. Enjoy this special day and all that the city of Rancho Santa Margarita rolled out, honoring this special team and all that they achieved.
My name's Danny Waller and I play left field.
My name's Jonas Novak and I play the outfield.
My name's Tyler Ankrum and I play second base.
My name's Garrett Stranger and I play catcher.
My name's Matthew Haddad and I play outfield.
My name's Tommy Woods and I play right field.
My name's Brian Ramirez and I play the outfield.
My name's Adj Gamaller and I play first base.
My name is Mason Kellerman and I play shortstop.
My name's Nick Haddad and I play outfield.
My name is Joey Gray and I play third base.
My name's Drew Rudder and I play center field.
My name is Bobby Gray and I play pitcher.
We are SM! We are SM! We are SM! SM on 3! 1, 2, 3! SM!
Look at them there. Tyler, stand up, Tyler. AJ. start off with our Mayor, Carol Gamble. A round of applause, please.
Hey, good morning, Rancho, Santa Margarita, to the first ever Little League World Series celebration. What do you think? Let's get this party started. On behalf of myself, Mayor Carol Gamble, my city council colleagues, our staff at the beautiful City Hall here in your town, and believe it or not, I am here to tell you on behalf of all 50,000 residents of the city of Rancho Santa Margarita, it's my pleasure to welcome you home and to this first ever Little League World Series Welcome Home Rally and congratulatory celebration. We're so proud of you guys. Hey, I have to introduce some other special VIPs here in this event. And your city of Rancho Santa Margarita is served by 5 city council members. I am the mayor and I serve with 4 colleagues. I have 3 of them here today. I'd like them to stand up. They are really terrific, hardworking, self-sacrificing, smart, dedicated individuals, and it's my privilege. It's my privilege. It's my privilege to serve with them, and I have for many years, and I admire them. We don't always agree, but I admire them, which is, I think, the way you want your government to work. It's my pleasure to introduce 2 former mayors. First, former mayor, current city council member, Brad McGurr. Give it up for Brad. Another former mayor, current city council member. Please give it up for my colleague, Jerry Holloway. And I have a special shout out to my city council colleague, Mayor Pro Tem, the man who single-handedly raised all of the money for the event we're having here today. Not one dime of your taxpayer money is going to this. This man raised it all. And so please give it up for Mayor Pro Tem, my colleague, Mike Vaughn. It's a real pleasure to be here with you this morning, and I thank all of you for helping us to celebrate the accomplishment of what I consider to be our true hometown heroes. As I look out to all of you who've gathered here today to commend the Santa Margarita Little League National All-Star Team for their successful journey, which culminated, frankly, I think in a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to go to Williamsport, Pennsylvania. As I see all of you here today, I am reminded of the true meaning of community. When I see us gathered here as we are today, I can't help but look around. I look around at this beautiful place and all the beauty, and I look at you. And that tells me why we love living here. I'm honored, I'm so honored and so proud to be your mayor and lead off this celebration with you. I also see volunteers, sponsors, coaches, managers, and team parents, people who, like many of my city council colleagues, have dedicated a significant amount of time, their spare time, to coach practices and games. They arrive early on game day to prepare the fields. I see people who spend time working on lineups. They raise funds and donate generously to enable our youth to play the beloved game of baseball. They carpool players to practices and games. Who's part of the carpool group? Yeah, okay. They shop, pack, and bring snacks and beverages. They keep parents informed, attend league meetings, memorize the rules, and the list goes on and on of the people that help make something like this happen. They serve as our mentors and role models. Often we forget to thank these people, so I would like to take this opportunity to thank them all right here and right now. Please join me in applauding the efforts of our many community volunteers, the families, and our sponsors. As your mayor, I believe so strongly that it's our duty to provide a healthy, safe, and a fun community, an environment in which our children and young people and young adults may grow and develop into the very best version of themselves. Youth sports allows young people to grow by learning values of healthy competition, teamwork, time management, goal setting, communications, respect, how to learn from losses, recover from mistakes, the value of hard work, and of course, saving the best for last, the wonderful feelings from trying your very best and winning. But you know the old saying, it's not whether you win or lose, it's how you play the game. Yes, I do believe that holds true. Whether you win or lose at athletics, it shapes and enhances our lives. I believe every one of you players on this team have demonstrated to the world the outstanding and best selves you are as teammates, role models, students, and members of this community, in addition to being terrific athletes. However, let's face it, guys. You members of the community of Rancho Santa Margarita, you excelled. You knocked the cover off the ball with your athletic pursuits, and you made it all the way to the holy grail of Little League. We are so proud of you. So when I was thinking about the remarks this morning, I thought, you know what? You guys, you weren't here to see this, but we watched you at all the local restaurants. We cheered you on from our living rooms. While you were playing, you were the talk of the town. I couldn't go to Target in a half an hour or less, like I normally do. You were literally on everyone's minds and the topic of conversation in every coffee shop, grocery store, street corner, and certainly at all our council meetings and at all the Sunday night concerts. Social media was lit up with your progress and pictures, stories of your successes, and your fine sportsmanship made all of us so proud. To turn on the television and see Rancho Santa Margarita emblazoned across the screen on ESPN, what a proud and exciting time for our little city. In fact, I was on vacation on a cruise ship in Alaska while you were playing in Williamsport. I was gathered in a room in what's normally the dining room with hundreds of people aboard the ship. We all don't know each other. We just happened to pick the same time to go on vacation. And we were watching you guys on ESPN. People canceled excursions to watch you on ESPN. Your mayor canceled an excursion to watch you on ESPN. Somebody I met a couple days prior said, hey, is that around where you're from in California? And I said, yeah, it's actually my city. I know these guys. I know their families. I know their parents. And yeah, they are as awesome at home as they are on TV. So today, I'm so proud of you. I want to say thank you to everyone who made this journey, this dream possible. From the sponsors of today's festivities, to the parents who made the sacrifices and supported you wholeheartedly, to the wisdom of your coaches and manager, thank you for representing the city of Rancho Santa Margarita with such pride, such integrity, and making us so proud of you. So it's my pleasure to extend on behalf of the city our utmost congratulations to you, Team Santa Margarita, for your outstanding accomplishments. This day, this time is for you. Please have a great time, enjoy yourself, and thank you so very much for being wonderful role models for our community. Enjoy this day. This is for you. Thank you.
Big round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mayor Carol Gamble. Thank you. I want to say a few thanks before we get to the main event. This is all about the players and the coaches, but I want to say thanks to Sam Lark for allowing us to use this beautiful park today. Thank you, Sam Lark. I want to give a big thanks to our sponsors who really stepped up to help make this day possible. The good friends from Applied Medical, South County Bank, Southern California Edison, OCAR, the Orange County Association of Realtors, Santa Margarita Ford, Santa Margarita Toyota, Rancho Santa Margarita Honda, the Boys and Girls Club of Capistrano Valley, Southern California Gas Company, CR&R, the Santa Margarita Water District, and our good friends over at In and Out. I'd also like to recognize a few other folks in our audience today. We have our hardworking firefighters from Station 45. Thank you, guys. Representing Congresswoman Mimi Walters, the amazing Donovan Higbee. We have the amazing Rhonda Reardon, who is here today representing State Senator Pat Bates. And representing State Assemblyman Bill Breaux is our very own Planning Commissioner Chair, Ann Figueroa. I just want to say a few things about going to the games. I had the great pleasure of going out to watch the boys play this summer. I went to, I think, all of the games in Long Beach. I made one of the games in San Bernardino. If I could have made it to Williamsport, I would have. But when I went to watch the boys play in Long Beach, I'll tell you a few things that impressed me. You know, Carol talked about how you play the game. These kids played the game exceptionally well and strong. They beat in an early round a dominant Chula Vista team, the East Lake Little League. And there's probably going to be more about the games in a little bit. But they came back to play Chula Vista, who had it out for them in the Southern California Regional Championship game. And folks, Chula Vista put 5 runs on us in the very first inning. And the wheels could have fallen off the bus right then and there. But these kids fought back. They played hard. They stayed focused. They relied on their training. They respected their coaches, and they played strong baseball. They came back and took the lead. And then they gave it up again. And then in the bottom of the 4th inning, correct me if I'm wrong, in the bottom of the 4th inning, with towering home runs by Bobby Gray and Mason Kellerman, put us in the lead for good. And then Tommy Woods came in and shut them down. I'll tell you why that was special for me, because after the game I went out and all the players were out in the outfield taking pictures and hurrah, hurrah. And there was a nice man that I went up and introduced myself, and he looked at me and said, "My last name is Woods. I'm Tommy Woods' grandfather." And that just meant the world to me. And what the takeaway from that is how special it was when I went out to the games, not only to watch the boys play great baseball, but to see the fantastic, positive support from the parents, the moms, the dads, the brothers, the sisters, aunts and uncles, grandparents, friends, and neighbors. It was great to see y'all out at the ballpark supporting our kids. So thank you to all of you. I just want to recognize 2 people that probably don't know this is coming. The one is field man Mark Bricker. Mark was there all the time and was just a special presence for the kids on the baseball team. Thank you, Mark.
There you go, Mark.
And And the other guy I'd like to give some kudos to is league president Paul Persiani. Paul, thank you for your leadership. You were so strong. You were rock solid in support of these boys and their families. Thank you, Paul. All right. Have fun, everybody.
Good morning, all. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here on behalf of the Sandmark Board of Directors, supporting the accomplishments of Santa Margarita Little League World Series team. We have with us board members Robert LeVar, your own Paul Persiani, and myself. We are proud of your accomplishments and the opportunity to recognize you today for your success. Your success is more about the journey and what you have learned along the way, learning to put aside individual accomplishments and understanding the value of teamwork, as well as following sound leadership. It is not only a journey of success, but a journey to understand that defeat is not final, but rather a platform to understand and learn what the next steps require. Although the team may not have reached the ultimate goal they set for themselves, the team and players succeeded in attaining the dream of playing in the Little League World Series and finding out what, when you are dreaming big and work hard with determination, that dreams can come true. It's also, I sometimes wonder if it was our board policy of changing the allowing you to have sunflower seeds really made the difference. As a team, you drew attention and represented this Rancho Santa Margarita community in a championship fashion and demonstrated that Sandmark fields are truly a field of dreams.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks for coming out today to show recognition and celebration of this wonderful team. I've had the pleasure this year to watch all these kids play from day one all the way up until on TV and their last game. And from my sense of pride for these kids could not be any larger. Not just the kids, but the coaches, the families. You guys, you've been such an amazing ambassador for our city, for our league, for the region, for our state. I just couldn't be any prouder of you guys. And it's been my honor and my privilege to be up here as your leader this year. I also want to thank all of the folks, all the community members, all the businesses, the individuals who contributed to help the families with their travel expenses during their trip to Williamsport. It is an amazing show of the community spirit that we have here in Rancho Santa Margarita, and it's been. I know the families appreciate it. I know we as a league appreciate it. It was a pleasure to get to know all the people that wanted to give so freely of their time, of their money to help all the parents and the families. So I know you guys don't want to listen too much more to me, so I'm going to go ahead and bow out. But thanks, guys. Appreciate it, and go Santa Margarita Little League.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, my pleasure to introduce the manager, CJ.
I can't believe they're letting me use a microphone. I guess there's a 7-second delay here as well. But, you know, a lot of people, going back to that whole microphone incident, I actually was thinking outside the box when that happened. I got to sit in an air-conditioned room with a steak and lobster dinner while you guys sat in 103-degree weather watching the boys play, and I watched it on a big screen TV. So, anyways, all jokes aside, I want to thank you guys all for being here. It means a lot to us. I mean, this is about the kids. It's not about me. It's not about anything else other than the kids. I do want to say thank you to a couple people. Izio, Petrella, sorry. Michelle Cole, you guys are the best. And there are leaders from District 68. There are infamous leaders from District 68 that volunteer their time, that put up with me all the time as well, which isn't easy. The city of Santa Margarita for putting this on for us, Paul Persiani. Everybody, you know, you can't list everybody, you're going to forget somebody, but I want to get to some of the fun facts, okay? This journey started 3 years ago, okay? And we lost our first game to Trabuco Canyon. We made it back to the losers bracket. We won 7 games in a row, made it to the championship game. Won the first one. We had to win. We had to beat Trabuco twice, and we got up 4-0, and we ended up losing. And it was the first time that I was okay with our kids crying because it broke their hearts. So we were on a mission our second year. All we wanted to do was get a district banner, which, oh, by the way, District 68 is the toughest district around. I'm telling you, I was more scared of getting out of our district than I was sections, states, anything like that. The talent with Trabuco Canyon, South Mission, Ladera, Ranch, any one of those teams could have been where we got to. But back to our journey, our second year as 11-year-olds, we went out and we won districts. And then went to sections, which we didn't even know what we were doing, and we ended up winning sections as well. And by the time we got to states, which is as far as you can go, we were out of gas, period. And that was as far as we could go. So we got back together this year, even though when we hosted districts at Santa Margarita, we mercied every single team that we played in that tournament. We only played 5 innings, 1 game. We played 4 innings all the other games because of mercies. And those are not bad teams. When we got to sectionals, I knew we were in for it with Ocean View, who's been to the Little League World Series before. We got up 7-1 on Ocean View, which I couldn't believe that we did. They came back to tie the game 7-7, and then we hit a 2-run home run to beat them 9-7. Once that journey was over, we went to states. Like they said before, we had to beat Eastlake, but it wasn't just Eastlake. It was Goleta, it was Laverne, it was all of these teams, Encinitas. We got up on Eastlake, sorry, lost my train of thought. We got up on Eastlake. We scored 5 runs in the first inning. They came back to tie us. We went to extra innings and we persevered. We could have given up after giving up a 5-run lead. Eastlake had to come back to the losers bracket. They did to face us again. They put a 5 spot on us in the first inning. They could have given up, but they didn't. We ended up beating them, and oh my gosh, we're going to San Bernardino, which we could never imagine that we would be there. We get to San Bernardino, and you guys know what happened. We played the best of the best. We played Nevada, that I think was the best team there. We beat them, and then we went on to play Northern California and beat them. You guys remember the squeeze for the win, or the suicide squeeze, whatever they want to call it. Funny story behind that was Garrett Stranger was going up to bat. I was at third base box. I said, Garrett, bunt, third base side. He turned around, he goes, what? I go, bunt, do it. He goes, okay. I'm staring at their coaches in their dugout, and they have no clue what's coming. They're yelling at their outfielders to move in, do this, do that, and he lays down the best bunt in the world, and we win it. The coolest thing after that game when we beat Northern California, too, the boys wanted to know, does this mean that we're officially the best team in California? And I said, yes, it does. So, after winning San Bernardino, Western Regions, I got some interesting stats for you, and then that'll be it. To think that these boys are the best team in California, to think that they're the best team in the Western region, which consists of, and I might get it wrong, Northern California, Southern California, Utah, Hawaii, Nevada, and Arizona, okay? Then you have the Northwest Division that consists of all those other 5 states up there, where Idaho, Washington, Oregon, all those. Well, we did beat Washington in the Little League World Series, so now we're officially the best team in the Northwest and Western regions. When we got to Williamsport, there was an interesting stat that they read off, and this is when it really opens your eyes and shocks you on what these boys actually did. When this journey started, 4th of July weekend, let's say, when we started playing games, we started practicing in June. There was 16,000 games in 6 continents with 7,500 teams. And to think that you're one of 8 teams in the United States and one of 16 teams in the world, that's a pretty amazing stat, guys. And then when it was all said and done, they ended up being number 5 in the United States and number 8 in the world. And that's the world, guys. That's crazy. And I've had the pleasure of coaching these kids. I didn't do anything. They did it all. All I did was fill out a lineup card and sit there. But I do want to say thank you to Rich Gray and Joe Rudder. Without them, I wouldn't have been able to do it. Parents, thank you for all your support. I really appreciate it. You guys were there for us, and we held it together. And lastly, boys, you know, this is it. So it's been a pleasure to coach you guys. Thanks.
Thank you. I'm going to tell you something. You're never going to forget this day. You're never going to forget that you're winners. You're all joined together for the rest of your lives, because you might be sitting around a pizza joint when you grow up and you get married and have families, and you remember what you were doing on that special day that you won. You're winners. And don't ever let anyone tell you that you're not, because you are. You know, you went to the mountaintop, played your hearts out. You didn't come in first, but you're still winners, okay? And to thank the coaches who spend the time with these kids, teaching them. You couldn't ask for any more. You know, baseball isn't played the way I played when I came up to the big leagues. But my dream as a kid growing up in Panama was to be make it to the big leagues. And fortunately enough, I was able to do some things on the baseball field that my buddy upstairs always blessed me every time I went out to play. I was talking to a couple, I just got back from Field of Dreams, and I was there at Reggie Jackson and Frank Thomas and some of the guys, and we played an exhibition game. And we started talking about music. What song did each of us like? And when it came down to me, I said, I love the national anthem. And they were waiting for me to tell them why I loved the national anthem. Well, every time I heard the national anthem, I knew I was going to get 2 or 3 hits. That's my favorite song. But I enjoyed playing the game, and to the parents, thanks to you guys for being there for the kids, always pulling for them. And I've left some Little League parks because I hear parents, you know, berating the kids a little bit, and I don't go for that. I think as a parent, as a manager, as a coach, you know, we're all here to encourage the kids and not discourage them. And when you encourage them, they're going to go out and play the game hard and win and end up champions. You know, I wish that I could have played on a winning team, but I unfortunately enough, I never did. You know, but all the things that I accomplished in the game, that's the one thing that I never was able to do. I was in playoffs and things like that, but never went to a World Series, and that's what it's all about, winning and playing in front of millions of people, and people can, you know, you guys were able to do that. You were able to be on television, and the whole city of Santa Margarita was out pulling for you and cheering for you. And your parents and your friends, you know, they were all there for you. So congratulations. Don't ever forget that you are linked. Because I'm going to tell you that no matter how old you become, you will always remember each other. Remember that 2-run homer that you hit when you were behind, or that squeeze bunt that brought in the winning run. You're going to remember all those things.
So enjoy today and enjoy your family here, and the committee and the city for putting this on for you, because it's quite deserved. So lots of luck to you, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, big round of applause for all our speakers and the team again. Enjoy the rest of your afternoon, everybody. We've got refreshments.
SF!